Here it is, the big game, the chance to have the 2 Peats, potentially go for the 3 Peat if we do win this. If we don't, we could still try to become another dynasty where we win 2 out of 3. So there's a good chance we do another season. Let me know what you guys think, though, as we're headed on to the final game of this season. Got the Pro Bowl coming up here. Not that it really matters to us, because we're not going to see our players. We're in the Super Bowl. We don't get to play in this. Honestly, was that a 10-9 game? We're about to win like 60-0, aren't we? I would be so disappointed if we lose, but of course, looking at the Pro Bowl, honestly, I'm so confident in our players and how I wouldn't say how healthy we are, but how good we are, health-wise, depth-wise. I would play the damn Pro Bowl too. Let us play the Pro Bowl too. I don't care. I want to play in this as well. Put Drake May in and put Stevenson in and Patton and Polk. Put them all in. We'll play the Pro Bowl. Then we'll have a week to rest still. We'll go to the Super Bowl. We'll win that. We're just going to dominate the whole league. It's just going to be the Patriots franchise, all 32 teams, basically. We just run it all. But I can't believe the Rams won the game against the Eagles, for one, but two, by that much. Like, that's kind of crazy. 10-9. This is the game we're looking at here. Their quarterback's a one-year guy. I'm telling you right now, if we lose this game, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. You know, no more of anything. Kobe Turner cooking up, though. Maybe he's the guy. Maybe he's the GOAT. I've always had troubles against him, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, this feels like I wouldn't want to say a cupcake run, but man, I feel like Tom Brady. I feel like Tom Brady. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Take a look at those players of the week. We also probably have some dev ups that we'll have to look at. Let's look at those first, I guess. Then we'll look at the awards and all that stuff, and we have a press conference, big deal. But here is what the team looks like. No dev-ups anywhere, huh? I mean, obviously, Drake May had great touch and a pick ratio, but not really like the yards or the touchdowns needed to get up there with, becoming an X factor. Everyone else, exactly where we're at. Of course, Stevenson, back from injury. Perfect timing. When I say perfect timing, but he's here, of course. The D-line looks different. These guys were already X-Factor, though, right? So, I don't know, dude. I leave it for so long. No, okay, Ojulari was not an X-Factor, but I'm pretty sure Uche was. I knew the D-line looked different. It looked different. I knew it looked different, but couldn't really pinpoint it. Of course, Warmack is a superstar, which is awesome. The corners are already X-Factor. We're chilling there. Beasley, though, still a normal dev. When will it end? From normal to star, from star to superstar. Let Warmack cook. Let this guy cook. Already pretty good ratings. His block shedding is technically his weak point. I know that +8 is so misleading, but that's 73 block shed. So I guess we'll go run stopper, but either way, you're going to get a decent upgrade. 2 to block shed, 2 to tackle. Very, very balanced here. But let's take a look at the players of the week. I think that's all we really wanted to see, right? Everyone else is... Gamble. Gamble went to star, didn't he? My man Gamble is now star dev. Would love to see him get to superstar, but unfortunately, gonna have to wait another season. It's kind of brutal, but sure. Also, very lucky that Patton got that training camp dev up. Not that it matters because he's still star dev anyways, but it would have been another season where he just didn't go to star dev. Guy as good as him, as talented as him, 2 years in a row as normal dev, that would be so tough. But looking at the players of the week, Brooks and McKenzie. And on the other side, Hurts with Turner. I really, really just don't get it. I don't know how the Rams are going to even have a chance against us. The Eagles worry me. They have a really good team. The Rams, I'm not sure how they're here. I really don't. Maybe you know what? Maybe we're about to find out. But let's take a look. Injury report. Of course, we're finally healthy. The Rams also finally healthy, trying to get a little bit of revenge against us, perhaps, from many years past. But let's take a look at the press conference. Go into, you know what? Let's not do the press conference. Let's actually take a look at this roster that the Rams are fielding. He's got a young quarterback, so I'm not really sure what they're looking at here. Oh, okay, so he's young, but he's good. He's an X factor with all 90s everywhere except for deep backers. Okay, this is starting to paint a little bit of a better picture. Not for us, but in general for how they're here. Kyron Williams, also very good, just not that fast. Let's take a look at wide receivers. Are they still looking okay? They got Nakua at 1, Cooper at 2, and then Hardman at 3. Cooper really not looking so fast, though. Nakua obviously looking like a damn near god. Michael Mayer's the starting tight end, very Rams-like tight end. Wills is a decent left tackle. Jonah Jackson's a decent left guard. Avila's a decent center. Cobb's a decent right guard, especially for a rookie. And then Stanley, I don't even know if he's superstar anymore, but serviceable. Left end DeMarcus Lawrence is obviously really, really good. More of a block shedder, yeah, at this rate, but still good enough to pass rush. Obviously 85 plus for both. Kobe Turner, very, very good. We just seen the kind of game he had. Looking at left or DT, Henry Ross. This is definitely a very strong defense, so getting vibes of when they took on the Bengals. Verse, really, really good edge. So, I mean, you can definitely see that this defense is not to be played with. Middle linebacker 1 is good. Middle linebacker 2 is fast. Right out, not that great, but really fast. Corners, Michael Carter and Kohu. Very short, but also athletic. Not the strongest unit, but that front is scary. Blankenship, not very fast, not very good. And then Curl, kind of the same situation. He's a good player, but not that great at coverage and not that fast. So, I mean, I think we can win this game. Lutz, 97 kick power. Punting, Jack Fox, 94. Definitely a little surprised. I thought they were going to be worse than they are, but still, I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good. Let's go into the press conference, see what we got to talk about. What is it going to be? You know, this Rams team, you know, they kind of barely won. Obviously, a lot of preparation goes into the game. What are we talking about? You talk about us? Talk to us about your players and how they've been preparing all week. I mean, I could. I don't want to, but yeah, why not? Question about left guard Joe Tooney. What about him? I mean, I guess pass blocking. Let's get that pass block up. Wow. His pass blocking's +1. We did a whole press conference for his pass blocking to go up 1. If that isn't a great use of time, I don't know what is. I will say, though, looking at the Rams' numbers, they do look good. Those are really impressive numbers. They're saying they're a good pass team, so I'm going to say defend the short pass, and then, wow, they're really good on defense, too. Am I underestimating this team? I very well could be. It does say that they don't blitz much, which I think is actually bad for us, because usually we do really well against the blitz, countering the blitz, quick throws off the blitz, because that's when we get our openings. If teams drop back on us and they can just cover the run game, it does actually hurt us more than when they blitz. So this could be the perfect storm of tough gameplay here. We're going to go run outside, even with Stevenson back in the lineup. I think we're going to also keep all of this the same as well. And we do actually have quite a bit of pretty significant upgrades. Greedy McKenzie have been kind of going with the zone coverage route. Really, we don't need to prefer either side. So at this point, we're going to go back to man coverage. Man-to-man, maybe max out that man to 99 officially. Do get it to 98. Also, the big one, 2 to press. So, with the morale boost, he is 99 basically in all the ratings that matter. Other than block shed, I guess that's a pretty big one. And it's going to be hard to upgrade those no matter what your style is. Dennis Collins, been playing him all over the place. Slot, deep free safety. He's just a good player. He's young, he's tall. He really is a cornerback playing safety, but it works out for us. He's obviously a really good player. Keaton Mitchell, I mean, he doesn't really come out on the field too much, and especially with Stevenson back, he's definitely going to see the field even less, but maybe a little bit in the special teams. 2 to juke move. He's now in the 90 juke move range. Super speedy. Maybe he should go out there. I mean, we got Harper and Bolden. They've been really, really good, so I guess I can't really do anything about that. And I want to keep the pass coverage scheme fit because Blockshed's already really good for him. Man in zone, nice upgrades there. I don't want to use her all the time with these linebackers, so the better they get into coverage, the better I don't have to worry about them, I guess. And then we have Dempsey, who's already basically max in power, but we're still going to actually go for max. Also didn't realize he's wearing 12 this whole time. That's definitely a number. It's hard to notice that because we just don't punt. Then we have Dez Arnett. Also doesn't come out on the field too much, but always want to keep our guys as prepared as possible just in case injury happens, just in case they do sneak out on the field because of fatigue, whatever it might be. You want your very best at all times. If you're on the 53, you're a damn New England Patriot, baby. But here it is, a chance to go for the 2-peat. Oh man, if we wouldn't have lost that one game, could have been an undefeated season, but you never know. It could be number 2 right here. Stevenson's back. Let's see if the Patriots are back as the champs. Here we are, the Rams. Easily the underdogs. Every single team we've played has been the underdogs against us. We have had some moments, though, especially that first game against the Bills in the divisional round, where we looked vulnerable. Of course, we still did our thing. We still put up points. We still had a couple of stops here and there, but we looked vulnerable enough on our defensive side of the ball where if we have a team that just refuses to be denied, we could lose. Our defense has definitely been susceptible to those types of games. I will say, though, it does not bode well for the Rams that we did this without guys like Stevenson and Uche, and now they are back. We are at full strength, 100% for the biggest game. There is nothing to be held back at this point. We're going for history. We're going for the two-peat. The team's already super successful. The ship has been turned, and we're hoping we can even go for maybe a three-peat next season, but obviously got to win this one first. There's no script. At the end of the day, I'm happy with doing another season, whether we win this or lose this. I don't remember the last time we even won, went to 3 straight Super Bowls and won multiple. It's just whatever happens, happens. But obviously, I'm kind of hoping for it. Obviously, believe it or not, I kind of want to win this game. Take a look at that quarterback: 40 touchdowns, 10 picks, 4,400 yards. Really good season. Really good season. I feel like they could be a little lackluster at receivers, but you got Nakua. It's all that matters. A guy like him, he really can just carry the whole team in the receiving department. So we'll see. Obviously, we're a really good run defense, so if they want to try to run the ball, we might have that covered as well. They're going to go to the tight end, who's going to break a bunch of tackles and get a damn near first down. Okay, maybe put some respect on his name. Not the fastest man in the world, but apparently impossible to tackle. As Beasley are going to be out there, and Kyron Williams gets the first down, and almost more. He actually almost broke off of the secondary tackle there. But, yeah, did not think he's going to get there at first. Kyron Williams' lack of speed is definitely playing a little bit of a factor. I think they could have had a lot more if they had a guy that actually had a bit of speed. NFL speed, if you will, as Trenton is going to get there. Nobody ever looks back across to the check down. And we just left him. We just left him on cover. He's like, you know what? If he gets the ball, what's the worst that happens? 10, 15 yards? Guess what's the best that can happen? If we get in there, a sack. And that's exactly what happens. They're now looking at a 2nd and 18, a tough situation to try and convert. Good move by Barmore. They're going to try to set this up nicely, which they do to the tight end, Mayer, gaining about 10 of that. It's a lot of it. We're going to blitz, move him over. We had some success with Barmore inside, so let's go with him again. Not going to happen, and over the middle, good find. That's a huge first down to Amari Cooper. He talked about feeling like he wasn't that fast anymore, and I mean, you could definitely see it after the catch, but when you're that open, I don't think it matters how slow you are. You can be the slowest man in the world. If you're getting open like that, you're going to get looks. That's just the way it is. This team knows that more than anyone, to be honest. This is one of the teams, one of those NFL teams that knows all about, it's all about route running and schemes. As they do convert on a, 2nd and 18 look, and over the middle on that slant look, kind of. Could have had a pick there, just fell short on it. Once again, Amari Cooper coming up with a play. Had a real big chance to get off the field and just didn't. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 5, and they will not run the ball at all. Turn around, it will be picked off by Collins. And he's going to return it. Okay, that's definitely a decision. I was going to run the baseline and see if there was an out. He just ran straight out of the end zone, and now we're at the 4-yard line. But that's all right. It's really not, but at least he picked it off. The quarterback and the Rams, they were looking pretty good, and then they just make a really bad error. I mean, Cooper's just he's not going to get that. Go routes never going to work for him. He just isn't the speed he used to be. But Drake May, not also the stats he used to have, but that efficiency is pretty damn special. 28-3, that's a great ratio. And it's like the first time in a while I can actually say where, we actually didn't throw a whole lot of turnover-worthy plays and got lucky or something. We just, it's just him. And speaking of just him, there goes Stevenson like he was never gone. 10 yards from our own 4. But I get it. We're willing to risk it all. That from that situation, you bring too many guys up, we'd run a slant with Patton, and he's gone. Many times we've seen something small go for a lot of yards. Stevens gets another 8. Now we got Brooks in there. I think he's earned some snaps. I think he's absolutely earned some snaps. So he's going to be out here taking one of those snaps, bouncing it, using a little bit of speed. Faster than Stevenson. So far, they really haven't shown that they can stop the run, so we're going to keep going at it. As we're going to try to bounce it right. Couldn't get there in time. Try to set it up, bounce it out after. Is that Kobe Turner? That is not going to bode well for them if he's actually long-term injured. Ooh. So to be clear, they were struggling against the ground a bit with Kobe Turner in. Now he's out. You tell me what we should do. As Brooks is going to get easily a first down and then some. Go back to that stretch look with Stevie. Little Stevenson. Yeah, we're not going to get a whole lot, but Stevenson's going to show off some speed and gain 3. Wish you could have toted that line there a little bit better. Got a couple of linebackers up, so we'll look to throw this one. And that is a perfect throw to Douglas that is just not somehow called PI. He stepped up to cover the other guy on our team, but it doesn't matter because you ran into him. Oh, he didn't run into him. He's actually playing terrible coverage and got really lucky. He doesn't move into our spot. He just stands there. Oof. Of course, first pass play at least, had a lot of potential, and we just blow it. 3rd and 7 now. Good throw on the screen. Gonna cut it back inside. Stevenson kind of taken out by his own lineman a little bit there, but finds his way for the first down. Brooks is in. Can't remember if this was a fake or not. It was not. Oh, we got, oh, wow, and a holding. That's kind of rough. Got blocked up by our own tight end. He didn't win his matchup, really. But even worse than that, it's going to be a hold, send us back another 10. All right, going to probably need to be a little more aggressive now. Patton on that curl is very intriguing. Little late. Good catch. Patton easily gets it. Still bouncing. All that effort to gain nothing extra. He literally gained not even a foot more yardage. As Stevenson's injured again. Is the old age catching up? That's all I gotta say, man. Back from injury and already hurt again as Brooks doesn't care. He's gonna take the opportunity. Tries to spin inside, doesn't get it, but just perfect blocking. Pure speed, 15 yards on 2nd and 11. Been a very, very long drive so far from our own 4. A bunch of different plays in there, a lot of runs. Gonna go with another pass play here. Got that crosser. And that's going to be a wide open Douglas, and somehow we don't get the ball over him. I tried to touch pass it and just, it fell flat. Could argue an interception could have been made there. Patton on the go route. Probably does have a look. And he gets blocked up pretty well in coverage there. Kind of bumped. Both fighting for that spot, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10. Back-to-back pass plays. There was opportunities in there, and we just failed to hit them. And we're about to hit Polk, and just a free rush off the edge from Jared Verse is going to force us into a field goal. Their D-line heating up a little bit, showing me exactly why that this team is where they are. Of course, our right tackle on Wednesday just misses the assignment because the tight end kind of gets through him. It's disappointing as Polk was open for the first down and then some. We'll take our points, but a drive like that, I mean, it felt like, touchdown or bust, really. But we do get points from our own 4-yard line, and that's not easy to say. From the 30-yard line, pretty fresh set. As Uche and Ojulari are going to combine for a sack. Of course, you can say it was all Ojulari, but if Uche wasn't there, that quarterback has just enough speed to probably roll out and maybe get back to the line. Now our D-line's cooking up a little bit. We're going to bring a blitz. Who would expect us to get aggressive after a base pressure success, As Uche and company, oh my lord, the violence. And even the tight end gets slammed. Probably trying to, flop for a penalty, but still dropping 3. And that's going to be dropped by McKenzie. If he waits there, the way McKenzie plays that, Cooper might have scored a touchdown. Instead, the quarterback gets excited. Maybe there was some pressure, I don't know. And McKenzie's going to drop a massive touchdown, potentially touchdown on the pick. I mean, their receivers really weren't there. Their running back's not that fast. Their quarterback's not that fast. McKenzie might have been in the end zone. Regardless, though, we're going to get a stop. We're going to get the ball back. Patton on the return. Maybe doing a little too much. We lose a little bit of yards there. We also had Marte Mapu returning to the locker room, but at this point he's been kind of relegated to special teams. Oh, there goes Brooks turning that into something. Look at him go. 13, 14 yards on the run. Beautiful. Broken ribs from Marte Mapu. Oof. Don't tell me that actually is going to substitute Ojulari, onto special teams? Please don't, if you don't mind. As Brooks going to get a good chunk of yards, gets a little push from his lineman, 5. We've had a lot of success throwing to Brooks as well. We'll see what that wheel route does. It might have been there. Douglas a little bit more open. Perfect throw. Going to go out of bounds untouched to the 39-yard line. Brooks on the inside zone. I don't really like the way they're playing that outside, so I'm not going to run the pass play I normally would here. As Brooks is going to finally get stopped. Start of the second quarter. 3-0, but we're in position to score again. Bit of a low-scoring game. We've had a couple of these where the first quarter, first half even is low, and then the second half is just crazy. But Collins, what a play. Intercepting what would have been a for sure score from them. Mayer obviously with a couple of really crazy tackle breaks, but so far after that first drive, Rams really not having much success. Get the bubble over. I mean, they're pressing. I don't think they're going to let this one fly. They won't, and Brooks going to run right into a wall. We should have called a timeout. That play was dead from the get-go. All right, this is a pretty big setup play, which I think means I need to audible. Let's audible to this. And we're not going to get the time to throw it as they're going to bring the blitz. Man, these blitzes, I mean, even base has been working, but the blitzes have been virtually unblocked. All right, this is not an easy field goal by any means either. I mean, you can see that bar is moving. I feel pretty confident with it, but still. Might have been too little of power. Oh my, okay. Off the crossbar. Maybe we got to get a little more risky on those kicks. Barely made it. Dunk and in. That was a close call. Great kick, though. Definitely playing it a little too safe on those. You know, it's just once if you hit the full red, it's Jover. That kick is gone. And it's going to be a quick throw to the outside. What a catch. We do bring him down nicely with Beasley. I mean, he would have had first down easily if not. We got the D-line, 5 players. Yeah, we're trying to get over. I knew exactly where he was going to go as Kyron Williams trying to break some tackles with the 47. And now another injury, this time one of their offensive linemen, their best offensive lineman, I believe, as well. Nope, it's Wills, but arguably their most important, even if he isn't their physical best. From the 47, Barmore. Good push. Quick out. It's going to get him a nice 5 yards. Still have yet to see Nakua. It's been almost all exclusively tight ends. I know you have Amari got a couple of plays, but it's basically been all tight ends. I believe in our front 4. So if they run it. And that's going to be another throw to the tight end. And this time, Warmack, the Rookie of the Year, gets cooked. Mayer, who's not that fast, is just burning people. All right, the Rams, you know, they know it's a field goal game right now. A touchdown puts them in the lead, so... Going to get a little more aggressive here on 1st and 10. Going to try to blitz him, set up the drive. Oh, no. Set of downs, I should say. Another first down of that tight end almost. 4 yards away. But yeah, that's most of our successful defensive drives so far have been getting them down on a sack on the first play. And there's one right there, though. Ojulari brought him down for a loss of 5. Both teams' offensive lines have not been great. There's been moments, but most of the time it's just been free rushes left and right. And that's a perfect timing play. Guess who? Michael Mayer again. 6 catches for 58 yards in the first half. We are not good against tight ends at all. We're so bad. Bringing the blitz. Dropping back deep. In trouble, but guess what? Goes right back to another damn tight end. Where's our fullback? I don't know. Fullback's basically a tight end that just can't catch as well, right? Gonzalez on the tight end now. He gets pretty good separation still. And they're going to get a first down to Hardman to the 8. We just don't have an answer for them right now. We genuinely, like, what do we do? It's going to be a run. Oh, we over pursue, but that's fine. Good job, Uche. All right, they got 5, but I'm bringing the heat anyways. And one-on-one tackle to the 1. Good enough coverage. Looking at a goal line play now. Their quarterback is in the zone. What are they going to do? They're going to give it to Kyron. They're going to fullback dive this. See Bunk. It's going to be a pitch play, and we are easily out there. They lose 4 yards, and they're being forced to kick a field goal. I get it, right? We did sell out for the inside, but Kyron is so slow that even if you completely trick us, we're going to have enough time to react. Like, that really is just the way it is. They're going to kick a field goal. It's going to be 6-3. Another defensive battle between the Rams and the Patriots. Who would have thought? Harper on the return. Could be special team city. And good job. Bunk kind of got in the way there, but it's fine, and we would never went anywhere anyways. Brooks, though, going to have to take over for Stevenson, who's apparently injured again. Having a pretty good start. Going to go routes. We had a read option, but they were just completely ready for it. Probably should have taken the slot. Good try by Polk, a little underthrown as well. There was a time and a place for that slot receiver throw, and it was too late at that point, so I had to go to the taller man. And, wow, that guy always was bringing us down there, but it's still a 5-yard gain. Looking for the short throw. Douglas on the outside. They're going to press the hell out of him here, though, so it's more likely that Faulkner is going to be my guy. Oh, and then nobody's going to be my guy. Once again, Jared Verse comes in untouched. It's going to be a punt. I'm going to be honest with you. I get it. The tight end's kind of like bumping him, but Onwenu might get benched. He's just not athletic enough, and he's getting cooked alive. I really felt no different. Oh, my God. Well, that sucks. I really genuinely felt no difference. I tried to get in his way just to cause some problems. I felt no difference when Onwenu was hurt, though. You know, so that's not a good thing. Like, it should be a significant loss not having him there. Really didn't feel different, which tells me maybe we don't need Onwenu there. Maybe it's time to move on. And good job. Beasley, great job. 3-point game with their ball. 2-minute warning just about to hit us. I mean, they're in a good spot here to at least tie it, maybe even take the lead. Our offense has just not been good. That defense, I did worry about it. I absolutely worried about it. Hopefully Stevenson will be back and the run game will open up again. Maybe need to actually start running the ball a little bit more as well. And it's going to be a short throw to the tight end. Who would have thought? Gets 6 of it. They are, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, wide open to the outside. First down. Yeah, we had some linebackers covering some players. Maybe not the best job. Dial going against... going against Nakua, and we overran it. The tight end smartly goes out of bounds, too. Michael Mayer is on fire. Hope we can, at halftime, maybe sneak in the locker room and literally start him on fire. He is the difference in this game for them right now. Oh, my Lord. You've got to be... Like, what do I do? Gonzalez can't cover him. Warmack can't cover him. Beasley can't cover him. Collins can't cover him. Nobody can cover Michael Mayer. Like, who? Who do I call? As Nakua finally gets involved, and that's not a good sign. If they were doing what they were doing, just going to Michael Mayer only. Now, once Nakua gets open, what are we going to do? We got our lineup. I'm saying to No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened. Our guys just flipped. I don't know why that happens. I shaded outside and bluffed, and they decided, hey, we're going to flip sides real quick, if that's cool with you. I should have called the timeout. I didn't even realize the other side was flipped, though. I just thought our guy was moving inside. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. Tell you what, though, I don't feel very confident right now, if that's any consolation. Going to have to get a little more aggressive in the second half as well. Here goes Harper. Look at that speed, giving us a reason. Harper gone and done it. He gave me a reason. See if we have some blocking for once. Polk, just enough throw. Oh, look at the time to throw. Just enough for Polk to the 41. Beautiful. Don't know who picked up that guy, but there was a guy that, almost caused me to throw that early. And that was really risky. I saw Patton win his streak, and I was like, instead of the screen, I'm going to throw it. Obviously, you don't have the time for that. A little risky. There's nobody on Patton. If he can actually win that one-on-one again. I mean, he did it once. Wow, we're going for it all, apparently. And it's a perfect throw, in fairness, to Drake May. He knew what he had. He gave it to Patton. And that has been, honestly, the difference in several games this year. Is that go route release beat by Patton. Several times this year we have had nothing going for ourselves, but they come up with the press, they have no safety help, and he just wins the go route. It's been a few times we've had nothing going for ourselves, and then he just saves the day with one of those moves. He has become one of those number one wide receivers where you just I don't know why you're pressing him with a 5'10 wide receiver, or a corner anyways. I mean, he's just going to win it every time, and he's just burned. A little risky taking that all. But you know what? It worked out. It's a perfect throw. It was over the shoulder. I mean, you can't ask for much better. Sometimes it really is one of those, you have nothing to lose moments that causes you to actually break out your shell a little bit. As they're going to run a screen pass, and we're not going to get there because our own guy bumps us, and now they're going to have maybe a little something before half. Dropping into a little cover 4. Could see a tie situation here. Thankfully, didn't call a penalty on us. We completely left the running back open, who completely buries Gamble. And from the 41-yard line, as long as they don't run out of time, they should be able to tie this game up. He has that out. He's going to set up the field goal. Oh, we miss hard. And he's going to get out of bounds. Wow. I can't believe Amari Cooper just sold that. I mean, we have 3 timeouts. I might as well try to ice him. Completely missed there because I was trying so hard to keep him in bounds. I wanted to hit stick him, and I missed. I can't believe Amari Cooper actually stayed in bounds there. Or he went out of bounds when he looked like he was trying to stay in bounds. It's like he didn't know the situation, but the Rams, it works out for them. It's all tied up. I mean, a little bit of back and forth near the end of that second. A little offense peeking through the window a little bit. And, of course, our special teams has been decent. There's no point not to return this. 4 seconds with 2 timeouts means nothing. Oh, my. Of course. We've had no time to throw this game, and this is really stupid, but I'm just going to go for it. Nah, I'm not going to be able to get it. We're just going to have to throw it off to the running back who, try to do something with it to the 34. One of that double move with Patton, you just never know, dude, but didn't have the time for it. 13 all at half, but we do get the ball, so, we're right where we want to be. Maybe a little bit higher of a score for us, but we're in a situation where we do control the game still, which is good. Halftime report, obviously not going to care about any of the other teams because there are none. There's no other games to pay attention to. Brooks has had a couple of plays. I want to see a huge breakaway from him, though. Obviously, the big play of the game for us so far is Patton with that huge bomb for about exactly 50 yards in the touchdown. Not a whole lot of highlights outside of that. Gonna say run inside this time, though, and still defend the short. That's where they've been killing us. Harper on the return. I don't really like the lineups too much. There was a moment in time, but kind of fizzled out. We're going to go with stick. See if we can get a quick throw to the tight end, which we can. Faulkner hasn't been involved yet. Now he has. Welcome back, Stevenson. I have no idea where I want to run this ball. I think to the right have slightly more blocking. As Stevenson falls forward for 2, not really much going. Stevenson on the trap play. I mean, I consider this a 4-down territory situation if we at least get a few. And we'll get a lot more than a few. Stevenson's going to break one free to the 47. Huge run on 3rd and short. Back to the ground and pound. We kind of left it for a while. Stevenson's back. I feel pretty good going back to him. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's a really bad edge. Not really a whole lot of blocking there. I really wish Douglas had a little bit more to him to actually win those outs. That's a really good throw. Patton, great catch. Not a whole lot of separation. Give it up to Kader Kohu. But just enough. Just enough for us to throw that ball in there. Got that outlook. We're going to go right into Patton, who catches it. Apparently it's a bad throw. I mean, it looked like it was on the money to me. I'm not sure what that was. Not really sure what they're seeing, but to me, that looked perfect. But okay. Quick out Douglas. Wide open end zone. Patton sits down perfectly. Cover 2, weak spot. And Patton's going to score another touchdown. We're back on top. I have no idea why they have Blankenship out there. He is just a liability. He has done nothing for them all game long but lose multiple matchups as Nakua wins his matchup against Gonzalez. I mean, Reed was like, he was out of position in general, but then he actually kind of saw it. He just couldn't get there in time. He's too slow, as that is going to be a neutral zone infraction, I believe. There's a free play for them, but luckily they didn't get the hike off. Suppose it caused one of their linemen to move, so, I mean, are they going to take a shot here? They're just going to get their first down and go? Let's find out. They are going to go for that first down. Outside, Nakua takes the hit to the 44, past midfield. Freaking Booth going against Cooper, and then Dial going against Nakua. And we're getting burned on the outside. The problem is I don't want to go best on best because that basically guarantees Mayer's going to be going against a safety or a linebacker, and so far he's been their deadliest receiver. I know Nakua's been heating up, but it really has been Mayer cooking hard for them as Gonzalez one-on-one takes on Kyron to force a 3rd and inches. You pressing up to the line. They got a lot of bodies. It's not really boding well for us, but let's see. And they are going to have a look. And Nakua holds on and slips off for the touchdown. Pulled the safety off to potentially go up to the line of scrimmage in case of a blitz, a run. Didn't happen. We dropped back, and I saw Amari Cooper, what looked to be a breaking deep route, but he sat down on it. And then right where we were supposed to be to help out, McKenzie gets beat, can't knock the ball out, and Nakua will score. The Rams have been very persistent. And we had the returner reverse, but I was like, you know what? There's a lot of yards that just gained by going straight, so we went straight up. Drake May, not the perfect game, but a good game. Some incompletions, a lot of them throwaways, though, so it's not like, you know, we're just making bad decisions or missing plays. We're going to go out to Brooks here, one-on-one, who will not really do much with that one-on-one, gains a yard. Maybe Brooks isn't ready for big time, prime time, if you will. Kind of predetermining Polk here, and that is going to be intercepted. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. He ran a better route than Polk did. Wow. I thought the size matchup was there every day of the week. Polk ran a worse route than the corner did. Don't get me wrong, it's a little bit of a predetermined, but Polk rounded that edge, did not cut sharp at all. Look at that. That is an awful route. That is a horrible. It's like our first real mistake we've had in, like, I don't even know how many games. Is everyone lined up? Sort of. Gonna get over to Mayer. We got blocked up. And Warmack just drops the pick that would have brought us right back. Why are we dropping all of the interceptions now? Oh, come on, defense. Good job. Good teamwork. I almost cut back in there. Felt like we had enough support on that side to go on its own, whereas on the other side, if he would have cut it left, would have been some trouble. I think we bring the blitz. One-on-one against the running back if he blocks. And he goes late. We're there, though. We're there. And he gets stiff-armed. Come on. Okay, and it's not going to be great because they're still going to have a field goal chance. They could still go for it, but at least we get the stop. That's crazy. I felt like we played that so well. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's going to cause them to miss a kick. And they will. Miss kick. Good field position. Good job, Collins, getting destroyed in the stiff arm. Sometimes that's all it takes. Let's get back to that ground game. It has been a little inconsistent, but Stevenson is in. Who else am I going to go to at this point? 5 yards almost. We're going to pretty much return to an basically exclusive Stevenson offense. Brooks just isn't ready for it. There goes Faulkner. Double drag. The guy cooks. Bit of a back and forth in this one. 20 all. Oh, Lord. Come on. Faulkner, please. My man's got to read the room a little bit there. The guy didn't need help on the edge, but we did. Faulkner again on that drag. Going to win a bunch of yards back for us to the 32-yard line after 9. Flood drive, a pretty safe play for us to get some yards on. And go to Stevenson early. It's not a guy that you bring down without gaining a few yards afterwards. Contact all you want, but he's getting a few after that contact exists. As we bounce that back nicely, Stevenson. Hefty dose of Ramondre for the first down. Kind of got a sprint out play here. Let's see if we got something for ourselves. Not going to mess around. Go right back to Stevenson, who's in the zone. Buries a guy. Doesn't go down. Bounces off another to the 6. 2nd and 1. This is a perfect scenario as we enter the 4th quarter in position. Going to show that interception. No, it's not going to be. Well, it is an interception. It's Collins' interception early. Took away points. Then you have their interception, which could have taken away points. We'll see. Or we would have seen. I mean, there's really not much more fanciness that needs to go into. We're just going to hand it off to Stevenson, who's going to be unstoppable into the end zone to regain the lead again. And there was a moment there where I was thinking about going for it. Decided not to, though. Oh, that could be picked. And it will be. Dial does a great job on Nacua. Weird positioning to get to it. He was on the outside and the ball was thrown inside. I mean, not a bad look considering it's Nacua, but Marcellus Dial with a play. I mean, that could be play of the game. I don't know why they're going so aggressive this early in the drive. Give it up to Warmack, perfectly covering Amari. I'm telling you, the guy's lost a step. But speaking of having a step, Nacua did a little bit, but the ball's underthrown. And Dial just saves the day. That is a man that may have just won us a Super Bowl. And maybe a little early as Stevenson's trying to bounce it. He's going to lose that in the zone on top of a yard. Everything's been a little inconsistent. We can go with stick. It's a really good job there by Blankenship. I got to be real. It looked like he was going to cover the slant, and we ran it over to the quarterback, the running back, gains 3. But that's a successful bait. Baited us out into taking yards that just weren't going to get us much. No one's on Stevenson. Oh, that's a terrible ball, though, and that will be a punt. It's an awful ball. I don't know how you're playing it that flat. Time for Dempsey to show his value. It's a really good punt. Maybe a little too far to the outside, to the 12, maybe 13. We could have done better. We could have done better. I'll be real. Dial going against Nacua. He's done an okay job. I'm going to allow it to happen. Bring the blitz. Another throw to Mayer for a 7. Don't know why they're going to anyone but him at this rate. I would just throw it to him all game long. What do you have to lose? Well, that's going to be a QB keeper. And the quarterback's going to get some yards, about 5 for the first down. Is that a broken play? Was that intended? And one thing's for sure, our guys didn't see it coming. They got burned. And there goes a huge play for Beasley. Gets some help, but still gains 4. We have 2 takeaways today where the season ranking of 1 shows why. And it's another, short route. Pressing our guys, and they're just not staying on them. Frustrating, to say the least. And we're not going to get there. We will. Simpson still going to gain a bunch. Kyron, for so slow, gains so many yards instantly. They're the 10th ranked seasonal rush team, though, and they only have 28 this game, so we are doing well. It's just they're still finding ways down this field right now, and I don't like that. Screen pass. Oh, did he catch it? He dropped it. That sucks. That ball was kind of just in no man's land. What would the flag be? What? I don't know if they're going to see this coming. Warmack in position. Oh, no. And Nacua is just going to go. McKenzie will catch him. But will he tackle him? Wow, nobody's going to tackle Nacua. Broke 3 tackles for the touchdown. What is wrong with us? 3 tackles. And Nacua is in. That is undefendable. What are we doing? Look at Warmack flying. Huge hit attempt, miss. Then the next guy missed. And then the final guy, McKenzie, missed. That is just ridiculous. We got a good chance of return for a lot of yards. Bolden to the 38. All right, 6 minutes left. Even with that drive, we can still kind of clock them here. Hopefully Polk gets that linebacker. It's not great, but it's good. Stevenson gains 5. Blankenship was on the ground. Inside zone for Stevie. See if Stevenson can get first down, which he will. Got all those players on him, still falling forward. I mean, now we're in a situation where, you get 15 yards, and maybe you're playing for the clock, playing for the final kick. Double teaming the DT who's in the zone there, and Stevenson one-on-one will fall through again for 8. And as much as I would like to, set up a big play, and, put ourselves in a good position, I mean, we're already in okay position for a field goal. And that's really good blocking as Stevenson's going to get more. All the way down to the 28-yard line. Inside handoff. Getting some really good blocks again. Stevenson bouncing it left. Don't fight too hard. I do not want that first down just yet. And they're trying to give us the touchdown, I feel. Oh, man. I would love to just run this for just enough time. I'm not going to throw it over. We're going to try to waste some clock, too. Maybe sold a little bit there, and we don't even get the clock I was hoping for. Wow. Wasted the first down there to not even get the clock I was hoping for. As Stevenson's going to make it happen anyways, and we're going to fall down at a perfect spot where we still get a first down at the 2-yard line. The only true concern I have right now is that one thing we talked about not happening often, and then it happened. That's all I'm going to say. And Stevenson trying to keep that ball near everyone else if I can. Don't want to lose it there. Of course, they're going to save their timeouts. I'm not really sure I agree with this. I think they should have called one there. To the left side. I mean, at this point, though, I am down to score a touchdown. Am I down enough to risk losing the ball, though? Probably not. But a reverse wouldn't be the worst. I just wish it wasn't Polk. Not the fastest guy in the world. Oh, my. That was a little scary. Pretty good block inside. Polk, I mean, he made it interesting for a moment there. We're a little off on the wrong hash here, but at least they can't ice us. And, I mean, what? They can't what? All right, the leading field goal, but they got time. 1:06 in the 4th with a timeout. I would have loved to waste a little more clock than that. Should have maybe gotten a little more aggressive there on second down. But the offense has done enough. Can the defense hold? Can the defense hold? Oh, there's Bonk with a huge hit. It could have been over there. If that fumble would have popped free, that would have been insane. Nakua, obviously, then you got to watch out now. That's the thing. Like, this is almost a guaranteed overtime game because the way we've played, we've given up a couple of big plays with not having anyone deep. We're going to go short on him. And, wow, I can't believe that. And he gets out of bounds on top of it. You've got to be kidding me with this team. The tackling on this team is just horrendous. I felt like I jumped that pretty well considering how late we saw it. It still wasn't fast enough. And for Mayer, Nakua's wide open. And there goes the edge. I can't believe he didn't see Nakua there. And they're going to, they rightfully so, have to call a timeout. Am I crazy? But I'm pulling the trigger on this Nakua play. I mean, is that not inside leverage touchdown? I mean, who is he going against? Oh, that's definitely a touchdown. Booth is burned. Wow. Gotta love it when even cover 4 isn't deep enough. Beautiful. 2nd and 16. They're in a tough spot. No timeouts as well, so staying in bounds is a lot of clock wasted. They're going to get a good chunk as Mayer breaks every tackle in sight to the 42-yard line, but this clock is going to continue to move, and their quarterback is going to step up, and he needs to throw this away. And he will. 4th and 4. I mean, maybe he should have dumped it off or ran for the first down. And I just can't bring myself to running a blitz. Like, we got a blitz, but it's not like a one that has a real good chance of making a stop happen. We're on that drag. Quarterback's in trouble. He's stepping back too far. And we're going to win! He completely had a meltdown. And Ojulari, who has been in the backfield all day long, is going to win us the game. The quarterback had a full-on panic mode. Nowhere to go. Should have maybe even stopped and just try to just throw it up. Doesn't get it. And we're going to take over on downs and win the game. Wow. I don't know what the hell they're booth reviewing. Like, well, what genuinely are they booth reviewing? That he went on a bat? I'm like, what are they booth reviewing? Hello? I don't want to skip because I wanted to see what, like, they're actually going to replay. What the hell is that? course, we pick up that drag. He has Hardman open enough. I mean, I think our guy's on it enough to where he probably forces the knockout unless it's a perfect throw. But you got to just take it. You can't take off here. There's a wide open lane, by the way. There's nobody there to run. And he just doesn't take it. That's tough. But you're not hurting my feelings as we're going to be winning the Super Bowl back-to-back years, 30-27. The Rams gave us a good fight. I really did not think it was going to be even this close at all. And yet, that's exactly what it was. What a performance from both sides, really. But we did just enough. Stevenson is the difference, though. You know, if I get it, still young for Brooks as a rookie. But if we did have to run that game with Brooks, I don't know if we win this game. So Stevenson coming back, even though it felt, super long, had to wait all the way into the Super Bowl to get him, it was massive. I think it really was the difference between winning and losing here. No Stevenson, I think we lose. All the other games, we managed just well enough. But in this game, I think we lose without Stevenson. The run game just wasn't as good without him. Brooks had a couple of plays here and there, but he wasn't falling forward on the plays where the line was just giving up instant rushes, and that was happening a lot. They were getting a lot of block sheds. Stevenson made a lot of that count when, Brooks hadn't. Of course, Nakua tried his best with all these broken tackles, tried to win that game for them. Had a really bad pick to that outside of Michael Carter. Polk just ran a terrible route. Of course, Patton had a couple of big plays and then kind of disappeared a little bit on us. Had a couple of moments, but really it was the 2 touchdowns that made the biggest play. Verse had some plays. And we're lucky to win that game. I mean, Nakua was breaking every single tackle in bounds. And so is Mayer, really. I mean, those two were just killing us. As their quarterback did throw 2 picks, but he had 386 yards on 83% completion percentage. May wasn't great, but, I mean, he didn't throw 2 picks, I suppose. Stevenson over 100 yards. Brooks' yards per carry did look decent, but as far as broken tackles go, Stevenson was falling forward way more. Brooks were more wide-open run lanes. Kyron Williams had a couple of moments, but we definitely locked down the run game like we usually do. Receivers, Mayer, 14 catches for 126 yards. No touchdowns, but wow. 139 yards from Nakua with 2 touchdowns. Patton with a 98 and 2 touchdowns. Stevenson, 27, 0 touchdowns. Faulkner had a couple of plays. Polk, that route really almost sold us the game. Defensively, sacks 3.5 for Ojulari, who was all over him. Verse had a lot of pressures. Simpson with the blitz. Uche with a half on that early game play. Dial and Collins with picks. Of course, Carter with a pick as well. Obviously, Collins saving the game as well with the forced interception, the goal line situation. Will Lutz missed a field goal. It was long, but it was still like, for an NFL kicker, you need your guy to hit that. And man, that was a lot closer, like I said, than I thought it was going to be. And there was so many different things in this game where you change one, and we're not winning. What a crazy game. Roy Cobb going to get himself an upgrade to 85 overall. The guy is going to get himself a nice ability slot on top of it. So, I mean, we'll go speed rusher. You can get to the 85 run stopper very easily with that anyways. Probably get a block. Yeah, 2 block shed, 2 hit power, 2 power move. I mean, really nothing about finesse at all. But, I mean, really good upgrade nonetheless. And with that, he will move on to goal line stuff. So, I mean, some pretty good upgrades here. Abilities, if you will, for Mr. Cobb. Kind of silent in that game, but obviously he's got some abilities that help the team. So, at the end of the day, he doesn't even need to actually do anything. Him just being out on the field helps the team out massively. As Mr. Gamble is going to move up to an 88 overall and more man in zone. These safeties can play corner if they had to. 85 man coverage, 87 zone. It's really good, especially for how young he is. So, yeah, I mean, definitely another one of our core players returning for next season. Assuming you guys want to see a next season. We also have a new injury. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Mapu, he'll be back. Obviously, the Super Bowl is over. There's nothing left to be gained. We won back-to-back, and if we want to, we can go for the 3-peats. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoy this one, though, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing if you're new. It'd be a weird episode to, hop onto, but maybe you're like, hey, I want to see the Super Bowl. Why not? Of course, if you're not new, really, really do appreciate continued support here on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, JohnPKR, second channel PKR plays for non-Madden content. And believe it or not, even with the Super Bowl today, we'll have another video later today, a rebuild. A pretty nice rebuild, I think. I'm actually only halfway through it, so I really don't know. It could be terrible. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun one. hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if we do have another season, hopefully you'll be there for the start of the next one. Anyways, take care of yourselves and see ya. And once again, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not already a member and you're thinking about becoming one, maybe click the join button next to the subscribe button. I don't know if does the subscribe button actually light up when you say it? Subscribe? No? Okay. Never mind. All the details will be there. Of course, we had that members only rebuild on the 15th, and there'll be another one the following 15th, January. Oh my God, it's January almost. January 15th. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, if you're a member or not, appreciate you watching, and see ya.